Hello, my lovely viewers. Welcome to week 14 of Dolphins Franchise, and as always, I am your host, Supertainment, and today we will be playing the Dallas Cowboys in their gigantic, pretty new stadium. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of interesting things in the Stats Hub. Go to Season Stats real quick and find the Cowboys. And there they are. Go to see how Tony Romo is doing this year, and it appears he is on a hot streak, and 2,510 yards says that to me as well. 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Not a bad year so far. What's his overall rating? 90.7. Not bad. I guess John Kentna started a couple games, looks like. And let's take a look at their rushing. Felix Jones has a majority of carries and yards. 4 touchdowns, not bad. Sammy Morris also doing pretty good. I guess D'Amico Ryan. No, not. Someone else. I know they had another running back that was supposed to be the special guy, but I guess he isn't showing up. Let's look at receiving. No surprise here. Jason Witten with the most receptions and yards, 620. Also has 3 touchdowns, but Miles Austin, 6 touchdowns and 42 receptions. Laurent Robinson having a very good year. He's on fire. And, yeah, let's take a look at defense, see how they're doing in the sacks category. And DeMarcus Ware is the flat-out leader, but it looks like he's injured. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the injury report before the game gets started so I can see who else is injured on that team. Anthony Spencer has 4, but he's on a cold streak, so that might not be as big a deal as it seems. So okay, not looking all too bad. And also I just want to show you guys the Pro Bowl voting real quick, because something very interesting happened since last week, and that is that the Dolphins have a new representative, and his name is Daniel Thomas, the now fullback. So apparently the move to fullback just jumped him up to 300,000 votes. I guess he's the best fullback in the league or something. So, as you can see, Will Allen's still making a strong push. He'll probably make it. Jake Long, he's fallen a little, but, I mean, it's Jake Long. He'll make it. Ben Tate, he's gone up some more. Clyde Gates has dropped a little bit. Let's look at the special teams, and he's still the full-on leader, though. Yeah, so that is good. That's very, very good. Okie doke, so let's take a look at the injury report, because this could determine whether Dolphins get a win today or not. And the Dolphins only have Sean Smith on the IR because he's basically out for the season, and we've got someone to replace him, so no biggie. And the Cowboys, DeMarcus Ware out for the season. DeMarco Murray, that's who I was talking about, and he's out for the season too. Wow. That's crazy. Kevin Ogletree, he's not much of a big deal. Kyle Kozer, he's pretty good though, so he's out for this week. So we are going to have to attack him on that side and try and get through the line. So that's how everything's looking. Let's go ahead and get started here. We're gonna go with the full aqua uniforms again this week because I mean it worked last week. Why not this week, right? Oh, not to mention, this is Thanksgiving Day, so let's see if we can hopefully come up with a win. I've been a little bit disappointed in the way Henny's been playing, so if he fails me today, I might have to go with David Garrard. Might have to. But anyway, guys, I will see you on the other side. And welcome back to the other side, guys, here at Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. 64 degrees outside, which seems implausible, but is what it is. And look at these two quarterbacks. Neither of them are really there to prove that they're the best, because Romo can't win in the playoffs, even in his one attempt. And Henny, he's never going to go to the playoffs. Let's just be honest on that one. 1st and 10, first play of the game. Romo's looking, and he finds Laurent Robinson down the sideline. Lee Bodden, catch him. Come on, you got to catch him. You dive so miserably. And he gets the touchdown on the first play of the game. 3rd and 9. Henny's looking. He can't find anyone, so he says he's taking it himself all the way for, what was that, 13 yards. My goodness, Henny made a great play there. 3rd and 11, he's looking for Reggie Bush, and he can't find him because he overthrows him miserably. So that's 1 on the day. Let's just remember that one. And on 3rd and 1, Felix Jones get the first. 3rd and 4, though, screen play to Sammy Morris, and he is unable to get the first down, so they are forced to punt it. And now it is time for Henny to prove he is something. He throws it to Ben Tate for the screenplay himself, and he gets 30 yards out of the ordeal. So, I mean, it didn't take much effort, but easy 30. And there we go. Beautiful pass by Henny for about 16 yards to Reggie. He gets hurt on the play, but he'll be back. And Fasano making the catch, also fumbles it. Terrence Newman comes in for the recovery, but I'm not thinking that actually happened there. So we're going to go ahead and challenge it. Go ahead and throw it out there, Fat Man Swag. Just throw it up. And we overturn it. That's what I thought. So now our ball again, 1st and 10. Toss it right on up to Brandon Marshall. He gets up and over the defenders for the touchdown. No problem. So now it is 7-7. Romo stepping back, and he's looking deep. He finds Miles Austin wide open. Jeremiah Bell missing the tackle. And now it is 14-7 off of the first play of the drive. And on 2nd and 4, Henny's looking deep to Reggie Bush, who found some separation. And he is going to make the catch. Reggie Bush. I changed it up there, not Bush. So now it is 14-14. Romo avoids the sack. And Jeremiah Bell makes the tackle after the pass to Winton is going for 29 yards. Wow, absolutely ridiculous. And on 1st and 10, hands it off to Sammy Morris on the draw play, who absolutely cannot be stopped. And after performing well in the preseason, he is able to take over due to the injury to the other running back. And on 1st and 10, Henny just throws a completely inaccurate pass. And that is 2 on the day. This one resulting in a pick. So now, after a 2-minute warning, it's the Cowboys striking for 16 yards on 2nd and 20. And no, they're not going to stop there. Another play that is just killer dagger right over the middle because he gets 10 yards. Mr. Romo steps up. And on, 2nd and 3. Sammy Morris just pounds in for a 2nd touchdown on the day. And I'm showing you guys a kickoff here. There's 13 seconds left in the half. Let's be honest here. This is Clyde Gates. So after weaving through not 1 but 2 different defenders, he is able to take it to the house. And just to make sure time expires, we have to little run. And we're good. So now, Dolphins are halftime heroes, baby. So now it is 21-28. And Henny stepping back on 3rd and 11. He's looking deep, and he finds Steve Slayton. Running back makes a beautiful catch for 32 yards, and Henny's having a pretty good performance on the day so far. 2nd and 14, Henny's looking, and he decides to take it himself with all the people blocking for him. He gets 16 beautiful yards, and I gotta admit, that was a pretty manly play by Henny. But this play right here, just it decides that it's time for a change, and you know what? For the first time in David Garrard's career, he will be taking a snap under center for the Miami Dolphins because I'm bringing him in. But not this play. This play, Henny gets to hold the ball and realize that if he throws inaccurate passes, he's going to have to hold the ball for Dan Carpenter field goals. And it's good, of course. 28-24. Romo's looking, he's looking, and he finds Miles Austin for another touchdown. Jeremiah Bell is just on a cold streak right now. I'm sure that will reflect in next week's game. So now 35-24, Garrard on his first pass as a Miami Dolphin, throwing it deep to Reggie Bush, and he finds him, Bush, for the touchdown. What is that, 2 on the day so far? Beautiful, beautiful play. And on 2nd and 9, Felix Jones almost takes it house if he had a little more speed. I mean, he's having a pretty good day himself. 1st and 10, Koa Missy comes up with the interception on an amazing play. And he's hurt, so that's going to be the day for him. We have a little more news on that next week. And finally, some yardage for Ben Tate. He ends up going, I don't even know on the day, but another pass by Garrard to Reggie Bush. Beautiful pass. 4 receptions, 195 yards on the day. That is absolutely crazy. And on 3rd and 6, throws it up to Brandon Marshall, and he makes another catch for the touchdown. You guys blame me for not using him enough, and now he's getting used. I promise you that. 3rd and 9, Romo throws it deep, and Lowry comes up and slaps it away. I'm telling you, this is a close game, guys. 1st and 10, Garrard about to get hit. He throws it deep to the former Cowboy, Dez Bryant, and he's gone for the touchdown. Very good, Dez. Very good, Garrard. You may have a starting spot next week, depending on what we see. 3rd and 11, Romo throws it, and he cannot get the first down to Phillips, so they have to punt it. And on 3rd and 6, Steve Slayton ends up with 17 yards on this play. Pretty damn good run. So you know what I decided? It's time to put him in a running back. Ben Tate hasn't performed at all today. But what's this? Ben Tate doesn't want to come out. And if Dez Bryant makes that block, Ben Tate is absolutely gone. So you know what? Come on, Steve. What are you doing, Ben? I told you to stay. Oh, wait. Okay. You want to stay in? You got to get the touchdowns. He makes a beautiful play saying, "Don't you ever bench me again." And that, my friends, is the game. This was a hell of a shootout. I got to admit, I was worried until I put in Garrard, who just took over and decided that he wanted to compete for the starting spot. And the player of the game, no surprise here, 4 receptions, 195 yards, and 2 touchdowns, Reggie Bush. That is why I put him at wide receiver. And the play of the game here goes to the former Cowboy, Dez Bryant. How fitting that he would go ahead and just hammer the nail into the coffin against his old team. And are you guys ready for it? I'm especially happy to do it this time because we got the fat man swag jogging off the field at the Cowboys Stadium, and the final score once again is 50-35 Dolphins. Hell of a game. Let's take a look at the stats here, because we had some interesting performances by all 3 quarterbacks, all of them over 100 rating, and all of them had at least 1 touchdown, although 2 of them had a pick, that being Romo and Henney. So, no, I don't know. Very crazy game, to say the least. Rushing, a rough day for Ben Tate. He ends up with 85 yards on 21 carries. Felix Jones, 67 yards. That's it. Thank God. Sammy Morse, 2 carries, 48 yards. And look at the receiving. Miles Austin has 2 touchdowns on 6 receptions, 151 yards. But it's safe to say 4 receptions, 195 is a little bit better with the same amount of touchdowns. Brandon Marshall, 2 touchdowns on the day. Laurent Robinson, Dez Bryant. Pretty good performances by all these players. And blocking, of course. And defensive, oh boy. Dansby has a sack. Ratliff has a sack, but that is it. So we trade an even amount of sacks here. And just on the defense here, we see the total amount of tackles goes to Jeremiah Bell. Despite his lax coverage this game, he will lose his hot streak and probably get a cold streak next game. We don't know. Will Allen, though, making a very good performance yet again. He is a runner in that Pro Bowl. But anyway, guys, next week we'll be playing the Oakland Raiders. And I guess now is a good time to announce more than later, I guess, that this will be on Sundays from now on. Everything else will be the same except for Ultimate Team. I'll go ahead and announce that. Those are going to be on Tuesdays. But anyway, guys, check back Thursday for Week 14 and Episode 16 of Dolphins Franchise. I will see you guys later. Peace out.